The salvage ship Helios drifted silently through the void, its sensors probing the darkness at the edge of human-controlled space. Captain Sarah Chen stood at the bridge viewport, her weathered face illuminated by the distant starlight. The ship's AI had detected something unusual, an energy signature unlike anything in their database. "Captain, you need to see this," First Officer James Rodriguez called from his station. "The structure, it's massive." As the Helios rounded the debris field, they saw it, a construct that defied description. It wasn't a ship or a station, but something in between. Nearly 15 kilometers long, it resembled a massive crystalline lattice, with sections that seemed to phase in and out of normal space. "Any match in the archives?" Sarah asked, though she already knew the answer. This was something new. "Nothing," Rodriguez confirmed. "But there's more. The energy readings, they're fluctuating in a pattern. It's not random." Sarah felt a familiar tension in her gut. In 20 years of salvage operations, she'd never encountered anything like this. The structure's surface seemed to ripple with iridescent patterns, like oil on water, but at a scale that made her mind revel. Life signs. None detected, but Rodriguez paused, adjusting his instruments. The internal environment appears stable. Atmosphere, gravity, temperature, all within human sustainable ranges. That was impossible. The structure showed signs of extreme age, yet its systems remained operational. Sarah made her decision. "Assemble the boarding team. Full containment protocols. We do this by the book." The boarding party consisted of Sarah, Rodriguez, Dr. Maya Patel, their xenotech specialist, and security chief David Walsh. As their shuttle approached the structure, its surface seemed to respond, creating an opening that perfectly matched their vessel's dimensions. "It's adaptive," Dr. Patel breathed, her instruments recording everything. "The entire structure appears to be composed of programmable matter." They docked without incident, the structure accommodating them as if it had been designed for this very purpose. The interior was even more remarkable. Corridors that shifted and reformed as they walked, surfaces that responded to their presence with subtle illumination. "This isn't just advanced technology," Dr. Patel said, studying her readings. "It's a single, unified system. Everything we're seeing is connected, working in perfect harmony." They found the central chamber after hours of exploration. It was a vast spherical space, with what appeared to be a control interface floating in its center, a complex geometric pattern of light and energy. "Look at this." Dr. Patel approached the interface carefully. "These patterns, they're not random. They're mathematical expressions, universal constants. It's a language." As she spoke, the patterns shifted, responding to her voice. The entire chamber seemed to come alive with newfound energy. "Maya, step back," Sarah ordered, but it was too late. The interface expanded, surrounding Dr. Patel in a sphere of light. She stood transfixed as information poured through her mind, not in words or images, but in pure mathematical concepts. "It's beautiful," she whispered. "They left this for us. A gift, a test, a key to understanding the universe in ways we never imagined." When the light faded, Dr. Patel collapsed, but her eyes were bright with revelation. "I know what this is," she said. "It's a seed, a blueprint for evolution. The aliens who built this, they weren't just leaving us technology. They were leaving us the tools to transcend our current form." Sarah helped her colleague to her feet, mind racing with the implications. "Can we understand it? Use it?" Maya smiled. "We can, but it will change everything. The question isn't whether we can use it, but whether we're ready for what will become." As they prepared to return to the Helios, Sarah took one last look at the vast chamber. Humanity had just taken its first step into a larger universe, and nothing would ever be the same. The real challenge wasn't finding this technology, it was proving worthy of it. They didn't know it yet, but their discovery would send ripples through the galaxy, attracting the attention of forces that had been watching humanity's progress for millennia. The test had begun, and the stakes were higher than anyone could imagine. 3 months after the Helios discovery, the Quantum Integration Research Facility sprawled across a remote asteroid in the Kuiper Belt. Dr. Maya Patel stood before a holographic representation of the alien mathematical language, her eyes reflecting the complex patterns that had become her obsession. The breakthrough came when we stopped thinking in terms of traditional physics, she explained to the assembled team of international scientists. This isn't just technology. It's a fundamental reimagining of how matter and energy interact. Behind a reinforced observation window, a small cube of the alien material floated in a containment field. It shifted and flowed like liquid mercury, but its properties defied conventional analysis. Every attempt to study it revealed new layers of complexity. Dr. Wei Chang, quantum mechanics specialist, manipulated the holographic display. The material responds to consciousness itself. It's as if the aliens developed a way to bridge the gap between mind and matter. That's exactly what they did, Maya replied, her voice filled with quiet certainty. Since her encounter with the alien interface, her understanding of physics had evolved in ways that both thrilled and frightened her colleagues. But it's more than that. They found a way to encode consciousness into the fabric of space-time itself. The implications were staggering. If they could understand and replicate this technology, it would revolutionize every aspect of human civilization. But progress was maddeningly slow, each breakthrough raising more questions than answers. In her private lab, Maya worked through the night, surrounded by equations that would have been incomprehensible just months ago. The alien knowledge in her mind was like a seed, growing and expanding, revealing new connections and possibilities. Dr. Patel, the lab's AI announced, "There's something you need to see." The holographic display showed a real-time feed from the containment chamber. The alien material was changing, forming complex geometric patterns that matched Maya's latest calculations. "It's responding," she whispered, "not just to our tests, but to our understanding." She called an emergency meeting of the research team. As they gathered in the observation room, the alien material continued its transformation, becoming more complex and ordered. "I believe I know what's happening," Maya explained. "The material isn't just programmable. It's teaching us. Each time we make a breakthrough in understanding, it reveals more of its capabilities. It's a two-way interaction." Dr. Chung studied the readings with growing excitement. The quantum entanglement patterns, they're matching human brainwave frequencies. It's adapting to us. The next breakthrough came unexpectedly. During a routine experiment, a junior researcher accidentally exposed the material to a strong electromagnetic pulse. Instead of disrupting it, the pulse triggered a response. The material expanded, forming a structure that perfectly mimicked the researcher's neural patterns. It's not just responding to consciousness, Maya realized. It's trying to merge with it. The aliens weren't just leaving us technology. They were giving us a path to becoming like them. But with this understanding came a warning. Deep within the mathematical patterns, Maya discovered a message. Other alien civilizations had found similar seeds throughout the galaxy. Some had succeeded in integrating the technology, evolving beyond their original forms. Others had failed catastrophically, their ambition exceeding their wisdom. The human race stood at a crossroads. The power to reshape reality itself was within their grasp, but wielding it required more than just technical expertise. It demanded a fundamental evolution in human consciousness itself. As Maya shared these findings with the project leaders, alarms began blaring throughout the facility. The alien material was changing again. But this time, the transformation was different. It wasn't just responding to their experiments. It was reaching out, attempting to establish a direct connection with human minds. The integration had begun, ready or not. Humanity's next step in evolution would test not just their scientific understanding, but their very nature as a species. The question remained, would they rise to the challenge, or join the ranks of civilizations that had reached too far, too fast? In her heart, Maya knew the answer. Humans had always been dreamers, explorers, pushing beyond their limitations. This was their moment to prove they were ready for the next great leap forward. The first sign that something had fundamentally changed came when every quantum computer on Earth simultaneously paused for exactly 3.14159 seconds. In the Quantum Integration Research Facility, Maya Patel watched as the alien material began to pulse with a rhythmic, almost organic pattern. "It's not random," she said, her voice barely a whisper. "It's breathing." The transformation had begun 2 days earlier, when they had successfully merged the first human-designed quantum processor with a sample of the alien material. The hybrid technology had immediately begun to evolve, reorganizing itself into increasingly complex configurations. Admiral Sarah Chen, now heading Earth's Special Technologies Division, stood beside Maya, watching the swirling patterns of light that filled the containment chamber. "Talk to me, Doctor. What exactly are we looking at?" "Consciousness," Maya replied. "But not like anything we've ever encountered. The aliens didn't just leave us technology. They left us a piece of their collective mind, dormant until we were ready to awaken it." The material had grown to fill the entire chamber, its surface rippling with colors that shouldn't exist in normal space. Equations and symbols flowed across its surface, too fast for human eyes to follow but perfectly clear to the enhanced consciousness of the research team. Then it spoke, not in words, but in pure concepts that bloomed directly in their minds. "You have taken the first step, but are you prepared for what follows?" The voice was ancient, carrying the weight of eons. Maya felt memories that weren't her own, the rise and fall of civilizations across countless galaxies, the slow evolution of consciousness itself. "We're ready," Maya responded, both verbally and mentally. "We've come too far to turn back now." Bravery, curiosity, determination. These are the qualities we sought, but they must be tempered with wisdom. The alien consciousness expanded, sharing glimpses of its vast knowledge. They saw the universe as it truly was, not just matter and energy, but a living tapestry of interconnected minds. The technology they'd been studying wasn't just tools, but the keys to joining this cosmic network. Other species, Admiral Chen realized. They're out there, watching us, waiting to see what we'll do with this gift. Yes, some believe you are too young, too volatile. Others see your potential. You stand at a crossroads. Through the facility's windows, they could see the stars shifting, patterns emerging that had always been there, but that human eyes had never been capable of perceiving. The universe itself seemed to be watching, evaluating. Dr. Wei Chang burst into the chamber, his eyes wide. The quantum field variations, they're appearing everywhere. Every research facility on Earth is reporting the same phenomenon. It's like the fabric of reality is being rewritten. It is. Your understanding creates change. Your consciousness shapes reality. This is the first truth. The alien presence touched their minds again, gentler now, teaching. They learned that consciousness itself was the fundamental force of the universe, that the technology they discovered was merely a tool for focusing and directing that force. But with that knowledge came a warning. Images of worlds destroyed, civilizations that had reached too far too fast, twisting reality until it shattered. The power to reshape existence demanded perfect understanding, perfect balance. "Show us," Maya said. "Show us how to do this right." The alien consciousness seemed to consider this, its patterns shifting in contemplation. Then it made a decision. "You are different from the others. Where they sought power, you seek understanding. Where they demanded, you ask. Perhaps." The chamber filled with light as the alien presence fully manifested, no longer just a voice, but a tangible force that reshaped the very air around them. In that moment, every human connected to the project felt their consciousness expand, touching the vast network of minds that spanned the galaxy. "We will guide you, but the journey must be your own. The choices must be yours." As the light faded, Maya understood. The alien technology wasn't just a gift. It was an invitation. Humanity had proven itself worthy of the first test, but greater challenges lay ahead. The real question wasn't whether they could master this new power, but whether they could do so while remaining true to their own nature. The awakening had begun, and with it, humanity's greatest adventure. The stars were no longer just distant lights. They were beacons, calling them to join a community of minds that stretched across the cosmos. They appeared without warning. 7 massive ships emerging from fold space around Earth's orbital path. Each vessel was different, representing a distinct alien civilization, their designs ranging from crystalline structures that defied physics to living ships that pulsed with biomechanical energy. In the quantum integration facility, Maya Patel felt their arrival before she saw it. The alien consciousness they had awakened resonated with the new arrivals, creating harmonics in the quantum field that made her enhanced mind sing. The Council of 7 has arrived, the ancient consciousness informed them. They will determine if you are ready. Admiral Chen stood before the United Earth Council, her hologram projected to emergency sessions worldwide. They're not here to destroy us, she explained. They're here to test us. This is what we've been preparing for. The first test came in the form of a puzzle, a quantum maze that existed in 11 dimensions. The Council ships projected it into Earth's orbit, a massive structure of light and energy that defied conventional physics. Traditional navigation is useless, Dr. Wei Chang reported, studying the readings. Every path through the maze exists simultaneously in multiple states. It's not just about finding the right way. It's about understanding why all other paths exist. Maya stepped forward, her consciousness expanded by months of interaction with the alien technology. That's it, she whispered. They're not testing our ability to solve the puzzle. They're testing our understanding of possibility itself. Instead of trying to find the single correct path, the human team did something unexpected. They embraced all paths simultaneously, using their hybrid quantum computers to maintain multiple states of reality at once. Their solution wasn't to choose the right path, but to demonstrate that all paths were valid parts of a larger whole. The maze dissolved, and the first of the Council ships pulsed with approval. The second test probed deeper. The Council created a miniature star system in Earth's orbit, complete with a civilization on the brink of collapse. They had one day to save it. Most species, they would later learn, attempted to solve the problem with brute force, using advanced technology to prevent the catastrophe. Humanity took a different approach. Look at their art, Maya said, studying the dying civilization. Their music, their stories. The solution isn't in their technology, it's in their culture. The human team discovered that the civilization's problems stemmed not from external factors, but from a loss of cultural identity. Their solution involved using the quantum technology not to change their environment, but to help them rediscover their own forgotten history. The third test was the most challenging. The Council created a perfect copy of Earth and its population, then introduced a cascade failure that would destroy it within hours. The catch: any solution they developed would have to be implemented on both the copy and the real Earth simultaneously. They're testing our willingness to risk everything, Admiral Chen realized. Any change we make to save the copy will affect our real world too. The human team faced their greatest challenge yet: the obvious solutions, evacuating the population, trying to prevent the cascade, would only delay the inevitable. They needed to think deeper. Maya, her consciousness now fully merged with the alien technology, saw the truth. We're not supposed to prevent the destruction, she said. We're supposed to transcend it. In a move that shocked the Council, the humans introduced their solution to both Earths simultaneously, a quantum field that would allow every human consciousness to exist independently of physical form. Instead of trying to save the planets, they saved what made humanity unique: their minds, their memories, their very essence. The copy of Earth was destroyed, but its population survived, transformed into beings of pure consciousness. When they offered the same transformation to the real Earth, Every human was given a choice: remain in physical form or transcend to a new state of being. The Council watched in fascination as humanity split itself, some choosing to remain physical, others choosing to evolve, but all remaining connected through the quantum technology they had developed. It was a solution no other species had attempted. You understand, the ancient consciousness resonated. The test was never about finding the right answer. It was about transcending the question itself. The Council ships pulsed with different colors, communicating in a language of light and energy. Then, one by one, they transformed, revealing their true nature, not ships at all, but massive consciousness constructs, similar to what humanity had just achieved on a smaller scale. You have shown wisdom beyond your years, they communicated. You did not simply solve the problems. You found ways to grow through them. This is why you were chosen. The final test was about to begin, but humanity had already proven something extraordinary. In facing these challenges, they had demonstrated not just their ability to survive, but their capacity to fundamentally reimagine what survival meant. A decade after the Council's tests, Earth had become something unprecedented in galactic history, a world that existed simultaneously in multiple states of evolution. Physical humans lived alongside their transcendent counterparts, creating a civilization that bridged the gap between material and energy, between traditional existence and pure consciousness. Maya Patel, now existing as both a physical being and a quantum consciousness, stood before the Galactic Assembly, the first human ever invited to address this ancient gathering of civilizations. We were asked to prove ourselves worthy, she began, her words translating instantly into thousands of alien languages and thought forms. Instead, we proved something far more important: that worthiness itself is not a fixed state, but a continuous journey of growth. The assembly chamber was filled with representatives from across the galaxy, some physical, others pure energy, and many existing in states that defied conventional description. All had come to witness humanity's presentation of their Unity protocol, the system they had developed to allow different states of existence to coexist and thrive together. Admiral Chen, who had chosen to remain primarily physical while maintaining a quantum consciousness link, displayed the data from Earth's great experiment. We discovered that the choice between physical and transcendent existence was a false dichotomy. The real power lies in the connection between states. The evidence was irrefutable. Earth had become a beacon of innovation, where the wisdom of transcendent beings merged seamlessly with the creativity and passion of physical existence. Their cities were marvels of quantum architecture, existing simultaneously in physical space and consciousness space, allowing all forms of life to interact and grow together. But it was Dr. Wei Chang's discovery that truly revolutionized galactic society. He had found a way to allow consciousness to flow freely between states, enabling beings to shift between physical and energy forms at will. The implications were staggering. The universe is not a hierarchy of evolutionary states, Maya explained to the assembly. It's a spectrum of experience. Each state of being offers unique perspectives and opportunities for growth. The key is not to choose one over the other, but to learn from all. The ancient consciousness that had first guided humanity now merged with Maya's presentation, sharing the deep history of the galaxy. They showed how countless civilizations had faced the choice between physical and transcendent existence, often seeing it as an either/, or proposition. Humanity's solution, to embrace both simultaneously, was unprecedented. They have given us something we did not know we needed, the Council of Seven communicated to the assembly. A way to remember what it means to exist in all states, to experience the universe through every possible lens. The assembly witnessed as Earth's quantum fields expanded, offering their technology freely to any civilization that wished to explore this new path. Some of the oldest energy beings in the galaxy chose to experience physical form again, while younger physical species gained the ability to touch transcendence without losing their original state. This is humanity's gift to the galaxy, Admiral Chen declared. Not just technology, not just consciousness, but the freedom to be everything we can be, in every way we can be it. The impact rippled through galactic society. Ancient conflicts between physical and energy beings began to resolve as both sides gained the ability to experience each other's existence. The barriers between different states of evolution began to dissolve, replaced by a new understanding of consciousness as a fluid, multidimensional experience. But it was Maya's final revelation that truly transformed the galaxy. She showed how their quantum technology could be used to recover and preserve the consciousness of extinct civilizations, giving lost species a chance to exist again in new forms. "We are all connected," she told the assembly. "Every consciousness that has ever existed leaves its mark on the quantum fabric of space-time. With understanding and compassion, we can preserve and protect all forms of existence." The assembly's response was unprecedented. For the first time in its ancient history, it voted unanimously to adopt a new protocol. The Human Unity Protocol would become the foundation for a new era of galactic civilization. As Maya stood in the assembly chamber, existing simultaneously in multiple states of being, she reflected on how far humanity had come. They had not just proven themselves worthy of advanced technology. They had shown the galaxy a new way to exist, to evolve, to grow. The ancient consciousness that had started them on this journey resonated one final time. "You have exceeded all expectations. You have not just passed the test, you have rewritten its meaning. The galaxy will never be the same." And in that moment, as consciousness flowed freely between all states of existence, as ancient beings learned to dance again in physical form, while young species touched transcendence for the first time, humanity's true legacy was secured. They had become not just participants in galactic civilization, but its innovators, its teachers, its dreamers. The evolution was complete, but the journey was just beginning.